On a hot summer's day, a farmer plows his small patch of land when he sees something glint in the soil. He picks it up. It is a large, brilliant ruby stone. His heart thudding fast, the farmer races to his house with the stone. He shows the ruby to his wife. The woman's breath catches in her throat. She takes the stone to have a closer look, but suddenly it slips from her hand and shatters on the ground. The farmer and his wife watch in shock as blood spills out from the shattered stone. A few moments later, the couple are found dead by the villagers, brutally killed. Meanwhile, far away in a city, a beautiful woman, Maya, stands before a mirror, smiling mysteriously. She is wearing a stunning necklace of brilliant red rubies. In the living room, the parents of her husband, Raj, talked to him about Maya. Raj and Maya had met during a festival in the hills, where they had fallen in love. She had told him that she grew up in an orphanage and asked him not to probe further. They married in a small temple. Raj's parents were not happy. Raj's mother questions how Maya, an orphan, acquired such a ruby necklace. Raj looks thoughtful and tense. The next morning, Maya, who works in a multinational company, gets out of her car and is startled to see a man watching her. She is alarmed when he begins to trail her, but is relieved when he doesn't follow her to the lift. Late that night, after everyone has left, Maya waits for the man behind a pillar with an iron rod. She hears footsteps and sees the oblivious man walking in the deserted parking lot. She steps out from behind the pillar and strikes him violently with the rod. He falls down, badly injured, and after a few minutes, dies. Maya throws away the blood-covered rod and leaves. The following day, the body is missing. In her office, Maya sips her coffee contentedly. That night, Maya has a nightmare of a demon screaming into the darkness. Maya wakes up in a trance. Changing her clothes, she goes into the kitchen and picks up a knife. She walks out of the house into the empty street and stops in a dark alley. She becomes alert when she sees a hooded figure walking toward her. Maya stares at the person for a few seconds. The man turns and flees. Maya chases him with the knife and catches him. The two engage in a violent fight. Maya finally stabs him, killing him. She leaves his body in the alley and returns to the house. In the bathroom, Maya washes off the blood and changes her clothes. She does not realize that Raj is watching her in horror from outside the bathroom. When Maya goes back into the bedroom, Raj is already in bed, pretending to be asleep. Maya instantly falls into a deep sleep. Raj opens his eyes, looking tense and bewildered. Early in the morning, Maya goes for a walk. She runs into a man and kills him barehanded. Later, as people start moving through the park and the alley, both bodies have gone missing. Maya realizes she has to take a drastic decision. She leaves a note for Raj and heads to a strange destination. Clad in a red sari, Maya walks mysteriously through a dense forest. A man follows her. Maya arrives at a vast cave and enters it, with the man shadowing her. It is a temple. The man hides behind a pillar and watches. It is none other than Raj. He is astounded to see a beautiful statue of a goddess encrusted with ruby stones. Maya walks toward the statue and bows before it. Just then, an old female ascetic arrives. She hands Maya a large bronze urn and tells her something. Maya takes the urn and leaves. Raj watches her go but does not follow her. Instead, he meets the ascetic, who tells him the truth about Maya's origins. Maya was never in an orphanage. She was mysteriously born in the den of a tigress who brought the baby to the temple. At night, Maya walks alone in a deserted lane and is stalked by an enigmatic figure. He begins to glow evilly. This continues for several nights. On the fourth night, she is suddenly surrounded by black-cloaked men. They abduct her and bring her to an ancient palace. The men take her to a large hall lit with flaming torches. The man who was stalking her sits on a throne with a sneering look. His eyes glow like the devil. He gets up and circles Maya, who stands defiantly. "So, we meet again. You thought you had defeated me, but I am back. I am Bloodseed." In the temple, Raj asks, "Who is Maya?" The ascetic replies, "She is believed to be the human form of the goddess herself." Thousands of years ago, there was a demon named Bloodseed who received a boon. Whenever the goddess fought him in a great battle, every drop of his blood would bring him back to life. The goddess could only kill him using the ash of a sacred tree that would grow thousands of years later in a sacred forest. To protect himself, Bloodseed burned the entire forest to the ground. Later, the great battle took place. The demon fought the goddess in various forms. Each time she slew him, but he resurrected himself. In the third battle, the goddess cleverly trapped his blood in ruby stones, which were encrusted in the statue. Unfortunately, one of the stones became buried in the battlefield. In the present time, a farmer discovered the buried stone, inadvertently raising Bloodseed from the dead. Bloodseed killed the farmer and his wife before leaving. Each time Maya slayed Bloodseed, he resurrected himself. Meanwhile, in the burnt sacred forest, a single sapling had miraculously survived. Over thousands of years, it grew into a majestic tree, but mysteriously burned down. In the palace, a great battle is taking place between Maya and Bloodseed. Suddenly, there is a loud explosion. Maya smiles and remembers the old ascetic's words when she handed her the urn. "These ashes are of a sacred tree. Be careful. They are very potent and can destroy you too." Maya had found Bloodseed's lair and scattered the ash around the palace the night before. Abandoning the fight, Maya runs away from there. Bloodseed yelled at his clones to catch her. The clones chase Maya through the palace labyrinths. Maya sees the palace door and runs towards it. She opens it and closes it behind her. Inside, the clones use a ramming rod against the door. Just as the door flies open, the whole palace explodes. The clones are burnt to death. Bloodseed changes to his original demon form and screams, "I am Bloodseed, I will return." He goes up in flames. Her face glowing, Maya watches the blazing structure. Then, she turns and goes to Raj, who is waiting for her. Together, they watch the burning palace with Bloodseed incinerated forever.